Hello, and welcome to this June 15th, 2020 edition of Let's Do Lunch, a devotional ministry of First United Methodist Church in West Monroe, Louisiana. Thank you for taking time to join us today. I am Lamar Oliver, pastor of First United Methodist Church. Our hope and prayer is these brief few moments of coming up for air, no matter your location or your circumstance, will bless you and renew your spirit. 2 words, be prepared. It's a motto that has been part of the Boy Scout life for so long that I have heard people say of another person, he's always so prepared, you'd think he's a Boy Scout. It's not a bad way to live, actually. Here's the thing, though. Be prepared is not original to the Boy Scouts. In fact, one could make the absolutely plausible argument from Scripture that it is all about, from the beginning to the end, the need for God's creation to be prepared at all times to do God's will, with tales of celebration from those who were ready as well as tales of caution from those who failed to heed this concept. There are so many unknown variables in life, though, that one could reasonably be excused for thinking there is no possible way to be prepared for every given circumstance. I would tend to agree with that concept if we are talking about preparation from the perspective of having thought through every little detail, having considered every possibility, and being ready for all scenarios. From the perspective of the Christian faith, however, I believe we are called to have a different outlook with respect to the idea of being prepared. A perspective that looks at preparedness through the lens of being prepared to carry out whatever it is God might command of us. Now, before we go too much further, let's hear from Joshua, chapter 1, verses 9 through 11. I hereby command you, be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened or dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Then Joshua commanded the officers of the people, pass through the camp, and command the people, prepare your provisions, for in 3 days you were to cross over to the Jordan, to go in to take possession of the land that the Lord your God gives you to possess. May God add divine blessing to the reading and hearing of this sacred word. Joshua at this point has just been appointed by God to carry on the work of Moses, the one who was charged with leading the people through the wilderness to the promised land. Joshua had been at Moses' side through that journey. Joshua knew a difficult task when it came upon him. While I have used only 3 verses from the narrative found in Joshua 1, if you go back to the beginning of the chapter, you will notice the call to Joshua was backstopped by God's personal guarantee that Joshua would not be on his own. The Lord indeed would be with Joshua through it all. Then and only then did Joshua go to his officers with the command to prepare their provisions and be ready to carry out God's promise. Now look, I am as much a type A personality as anyone, without a doubt. I love structure, I love organization, and I love spreadsheets and flowcharts. Especially in times where there seems to be chaos permeating so much of life, I have found that much of that chaos stems from people being uncertain and feeling unprepared. Being prepared, though, is first about claiming God's promise, made not just toward Joshua, but people throughout the Scriptures, including the final words of Matthew's Gospel, that God will always be with the people of God wherever they go. Maybe, just maybe, when we claim this truth, it will help us through the more stressful and anxious moments of life that can overwhelm us. The Lord your God is with you wherever you go. May we prepare for everything in life by holding fast to this sacred promise that is prevalent throughout Scripture. And now may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the good Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the good Lord lift his countenance upon you and give you peace. Before we go, please take a moment to like and to share this with your networks and to visit fumcwm.live, where you can subscribe to our YouTube feed and not miss any of our video content. Go in peace, dear friends. Go in peace. Amen.